Yeah, welcome to Recovering Addict. We'll say what up.
What is up, everybody?
I am LT, your host of this evening. I'm an alcoholic addict. 2 times in my life, I've hit rock bottom. Done did that. Went to jail. Did all the probation. I got all the worst stories you can ask for. Done did it all. Right. Blackout alcoholic. Yeah. Detox. Went to the hospital for that. Jails, institutions. Been there, done that. Guess what was left? Death. Done with that crap. I'm in my 40s now. I am not looking back. Recovery is the only lifestyle. I can't even picture anything else, to be honest, other than recovery. This is my beautiful wife. I'll let her introduce herself.
I'm Felice. I'm his beautiful wife, like he said. Here for any questions you have about maybe codependency, co-addiction, what it's like to live with an addict. Ask and I will tell.
So if this is your first time catching the show, what you can expect is us to read AA literature because I'm an advocate. This is not AA. This is not NA. This is me and my experiences. This is Recovering Addict is what you're here to see right now. We're a bridge to a community that's greater than ourselves, and that's where the rubber meets the road. And what we are is an educational channel. We read AA, we read NA, we go through books written by doctors about addiction so that we can get this thing whipped. Our mind should never stop growing until we are in the grave. Our bodies may stop growing in between 18 to 25 years old, but our brains should never stop growing. And that's what we're here to do, is provide education and then to be a bridge to a community that has 100% support 24 hours a day, around the clock. It follows the globe. We got people in the UK that are willing to help. We got people in Australia, all over the country. We got recovery centers out east. We got recovery centers in the south. We're starting to make a lovely, lovely local connection now. We had a great open house here at SOAR, School of Addiction Recovery. You guys are going to start really getting familiar with that as the more integrated I get with them. We're starting a podcast with them on their servers here on Saturday. And Dustin, the founder of that nonprofit, and Frank, his right-hand man, just to see what we can get going. And just our ultimate goal is to put ourselves out of business. And if you guys tuned in earlier, my little jump on live that we did here with SOAR with Chris, I'm a little upset with every one of you because you let me do a whole stream, 30 minutes with my effect on, and it sounds like we're in a stadium, like rookie mistake of the year. My fault.
Live.
But thanks for having my back on that one, guys. I'm gonna let Fleet say hi to everybody up in the chat. What's going on, chat?
He gave me the same spiel, but I was on mute, so I had no idea. All right, we got John V. Hello.
Good evening, good morning, good night.
John. Glad you're here. And you're our winner.
John is the first place winner of tonight's stream.
Adrian.
What's up, sis?
Cookies and donuts. I don't eat those. Well, I had a cupcake the other day. It was good.
Did someone mention donuts? He's like Homer Simpson.
Donuts. They're so good. Hey, Raylene. Glad you're here.
Raylene, what's going on?
I hope you're having a good day, too.
Thank you. I'm having a great day.
Hey, Marilyn. We do have the super chat capability.
We do. I forgot. That is so true, y'all. And I was thinking about what to do with this super chat when people decide they feel led to support us through super chats. And I got a few things in mind. I was thinking maybe I'll let the cat out of the bag now since John brought it up. I was thinking with the super chats, we'll take a chunk of that money. Obviously, the money's going to go to support what we got going on here at Recovering Addict. But then I was thinking about maybe once a week, taking some of the money from the super chats, going out and buying lunch and just driving right up the street because it's like 2 blocks away to the homeless area. It's the shelter, but like there's a nice block area around it, just like any other town. And going and feeding some homeless people and letting y'all know, hey, thanks, John, for the super chat. You are the very first one
Our
ever.
First super chatter.
Ever.
You win twice today.
Holy cow. And so now we can take a little
That's
chunk
amazing.
of that and go buy some pizzas, and I'll video it. I'll go down there and be like, hey, here's some support from the people around the country, around the world that love y'all. Here's some food and just love on them. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of in the future for it. John, thank you very much. So appreciated.
Yeah. Amazing. Let's see. All right, where was I? You got me all distracted. I want to say hello to everybody. Like Cherie. Hello. Vincent. How
Whoa,
are
what's
ya?
up, brother? What's going on, Vincent? What did he say?
Hello and
Working
good
the
evening.
second shift tonight. All right,
Ah,
brother. Well, enjoy. Keep
sounds
your
fun.
spirits up.
And we got Sky. Hello.
Hola.
Alicia.
Sky.
Tori. Hello. Hello, Mr. Teeter.
What's up, Teeter?
Shauna, my new friend. We're officially friends now, Shauna.
On Facebook?
I think it's you. Pretty sure the one. Or it's Tracy. Tracy, me and you we're officially friends.
Nice.
Me and Shauna are officially friends on the Discord.
Oh, sweet.
Merc.
Merkalicious.
Love seeing you.
Hang on.
He's my other half on the other side. He helps me out all the time.
Yeah, he's already dropping the SOAR websites and stuff in there and the links to their YouTube channel.
Because he's so awesome.
Every time I see the opening, I think you're the Undertaker. No, if I come out, bro, I'm Triple H. Spitting water. The king.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Sky dropping the $9.99. I love it.
Thank you, Sky. I'm
Thank
getting
you
it, too.
so much.
What up, Kyle? Tabrina. What up?
Man,
That's a cool name. I like your name.
feel the love.
Mark, what up?
Mark Sherman.
Tierra, love ya. Big Hump. You're so inspirational and encouraging.
Yeah, dude, watching you grow is just awesome. And you can, from the second you came in to the Discord, you could see you were just like hesitant, holding off. And now you're like getting inspirational. You're dropping bombs on people, like good bombs when I'm talking, when I say that. I love it, bro. I'm so glad you're a part of the community.
Thank you, Grandma T.
Hey, Mom.
There's LT's mama. She thinks I'm pretty.
Aw.
You're so sweet. I think you're pretty. I got you, Antoine. I got you.
Hang on a sec. I'm going to ask
That's
Norm.
okay. I'm going to write Tracy down.
She's some share squad in it?
Tracy did. All right. And
Yeah,
we
it's
got
Antoine. Thank you.
John.
John, he's been here a while. He's one of our brothers. He knows what's
Aw,
up. Tracy.
Sweetie.
Yeah, Anchored Hearts.
Share Squad.
Sawyer
got
House.
you.
Beautiful Beginnings.
They said
Love
your
it.
sound was terrible.
My bad. It sounded terrible. Thanks, Big Hump. Now you tell me, 8 hours later, that's cool. That's cool.
This guy didn't even notice. Des said he was asleep, so you get a pass.
He Days gets a pass. He was sleeping with cookies on his. It all just happened so fast.
This just happened so fast. Hey, Brittany.
Oh, I love it.
Don't know. It's probably in there somewhere. Peter. Yep. Thank you, Miss Sky.
So cool.
Johnny G. What
Johnny
up?
G, what's going on? Johnny
Link
B is the man. he
W.
says. Hey, there's my son.
Hi, Carmen. Share Squad. Got you.
Share Squad.
Boom.
Yeah, y'all, if
boom.
you're just joining and you don't know what this Share Squad's all about, we have 1 week left after this week. The top 5 shares on Share Squad, Felice has been keeping track the whole time, are going to get bookmarks with some other little goodies. And oh man, I shouldn't say that because we're like running out of cards. But you're going to get some bookmarks and some love.
That's right. Good evening and shout
Darcy.
out to Sawyer House.
Awesome.
Building beds for new clients. Nice.
That's good.
First timer.
It's
Glad
good
you're
for
here.
our
Glad
was
you're
good
here.
for our minds and bodies. Yeah, you got to think about other things, and you're getting active. You're moving. You're probably sweating. Your heart rate was up a little bit. I bet that was awesome.
Epi.
Hey, what's up, brother?
It's my brother, Josh Beam.
Josh, what's going on, man?
Back again.
I'm glad you're here.
Jacqueline, also back again.
Jacqueline over there hanging out with us.
I don't know why yours is 99 cents.
Because John had to win by a penny.
John wins.
Mine ended 99 cents. That's funny.
Hey, Steve.
Steve Sherwood, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Michelle. Oh, Michelle, I seen you. And I seen that you put Share Squad and I lost it. But thank you, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle. Thanks, brother. Yeah. Super stickers.
×2.
Thank you so much for the support. You know what, you guys, when you guys support us, it makes us happy because we know that you believe in what we're doing. And the longer you've been here, the more you realize the community and the expanse of what's happening around here. And just know that you literally are part of this. This is y'all,
Hey, Marcus.
Marcus.
Shout out to
I had some guys,
Atticus
we were on here
House.
earlier, and Marcus jumped in. They were like, dude, his hair's awesome.
Oh, yeah. You got pretty cool hair. Elena. Good
What's
evening.
going on with-
We got the mayor's daughter back.
Trouble in the house.
Uh-oh.
What happened? Let us know.
Is it because nobody told LT about the sound?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thanks again, Kyle. What up? 296 days clean. Keep it up.
Dang. 296. That's awesome, brother.
Hey, Norman. My mom banned me, and I was 8 years old when I started using drugs. 19, when I started drinking alcohol.
Rough life. A lot of us have been in the exact same boat, brother. You're in a good place.
Grandma T, there's a little button by the smiley face at the
Should
bottom.
be a dollar sign
and it
underneath the
says
thing.
dollar sign.
Whoa, Marilyn coming in with the 1999.
Thank
you so much.
Yes. Oh, update on the shirts.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this update, you guys.
We are ordering t-shirts and hats and women's t-shirts. So women's on Facebook, I put out a thing because I need your opinion on what color you want. I was like, do they want pink? Do they want purple? They want gray? They want black? And they're going to be women's style shirts, not men's style shirts. Super excited, especially for the hoodies. So those are coming. Mouse again. Big hump with the sticker.
Big hump. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Des said something about zombie dolls.
Yes. You guys got to remember. Let me get my bookmark. It's attached to my backpack because I carry my bookmark with me everywhere I go. So it's on my backpack. And this represents Merc. This is a voodoo Merc. If you guys poke his eye out, he won't be able to see. If you break his leg, if you lose him,
he's been lost.
He may relapse. So you guys gotta love these bookmarks.
Tamara, hi.
Oh, we're glad you're here too. Thank you so much.
Stick with us, Norman. Having cravings today. Very bad.
Sounds like you need to start working a program, brother. I notice that you keep having these cravings constantly, and we all have them. We're all human. We all go through them. It's what we're doing that leads up to them. Are you putting yourself in high stress situation, high risk situations? You need to start watching what you're doing in your community and being more in a recovery mindset mode. If you're having stuff like that, she said you had 2 years sober. You should be well over those types of cravings, unless you are just stressing yourself out, unless you're not getting through the resentments of your past, or you haven't made the amends that you're guilty and ashamed of. There's some part of your program that you're not working, brother, from what I can tell. And you got to attack it. You have to be completely diligent on working your program, or dude, it's not going to fare well. You may stay abstinent, but you're not going to be happy. The goal of recovery is abstinence. Yes, 100%. We all came here because we wanted to be abstinent from drugs and alcohol because it ruined our freaking lives. But then once you start working the program, you see that you can become the best you, and you get to be you wake up happy. You go everywhere happy because you understand what it means to live life on life's terms, to be in the moment. We have our good days and our bad days, just like everybody else. And you know what? Another thing that I've seen is the closer I'm getting to addicts here in the community and getting to know some of these guys, we have a completely different outlook on life. And as soon as we come out of our addiction and into recovery, just like Chris that was sitting here this morning, he's doing some amazing things in his life. And then our other buddy, he came in and he's like, look, dude, I did some stand-up comedy and we're going to have him on the show. We go out and we just attack things because now we're going to live life. We thought we were living life before, right? With the drugs and the alcohol and that was not living. Now we're in recovery. We are living life, man. So work that program, brother. I know you can do it.
Yes. Hello, Connie.
Connie Rice, what's going on?
90 days tomorrow.
Good
That's
job.
Super
Raylene.
exciting.
Since we are not going to be here tomorrow night, I'm going to play you a 90-day video just for you, Raylene. This is for you. Congratulations. We're so glad you're a part of our family.
Amazing. Raina, I seen you in there. You got to be real. Gotta be real.
You got about 1 minute. Oh, no, you don't. You're out of time.
Raina.
Saying hi to the chat time is
Burning
over.
Black Scarlet.
Whoa, Burning Black Scarlet.
That's a cool name.
Oh, it must be Mad's friend. Mad, your friend's hanging out. Glad you're here too.
And I will be working on the tees.
But
and
Felice,
our boy shirts. Just so you know, just one girl shirt.
Yeah, wait till you guys see. We're gonna update the website soon. We're gonna get these on order tomorrow. We're gonna get a whole bunch of. We're gonna get hats, hoodies, shirts, girl shirts, boy shirts, girl hats, boy hats, whatever. And they're interchangeable. I don't care what sex you are. But it's gonna be awesome. But anyway, it's 8:15 and we're running out of time. And you know what time it is right now. And I love when you guys participate in the Discord and ask me questions because you help the content of this channel. Alrighty then. It is question of the day out of the Discord app. And this one comes from Savage Trainer, Jake the Hammock. we gotta put something else on that. Jake the Hammock Slayer or something. But he carries a hammock with him
Jake
everywhere.
The hammock swinger.
Yeah, he's comfortable wherever he goes.
Oh, thanks, Raina.
Gotta be real. Thanks, Raina. Okay, so his question of the day is how do you separate the knee-jerk reaction from the healthy, calculated choices? I love this question. Basically, how do you pause when you're agitated? You know, when you're driving on the freeway and you get cut off and your finger just instantly flips up in the air. When somebody says something smart to you, that little panicky feeling you get and you want to put them in their place. And sometimes you do, you just fly off the handle. So how do you bring a self-awareness forward in an agitated state of being? A great question, because us addicts have to learn to control self. We have to learn to control our mind, our egos, our pride, our arrogance, everything that we used to just indulge in, because when we were addicts, we were seeking pleasure and power. We thought we were in complete control. And by doing so, we became predatory in a way that we had to hunt for pleasure or power. And that turned anything and everything around us into objects, especially people. People became objects. If they couldn't give us pleasure or we couldn't gain power from them, they were worthless to us. So this is really good. And I found this cool little article. It's called Think Before Reacting. And this lady says that she discovered her internal pause button. And the key to it is living life more presently. You got to live in the present, right? You got to become mindful. What does it mean to become mindful? That means you can stop regardless of the emotions that you're feeling and think and understand what's going on, because you have learned yourself through education. Obviously, we read these books, we learn these characteristics, these character defects, these traits, we see them in ourselves, and then we can pause and say, oh, it's that. And you can put a damper on it, right? Becoming mindful results in slowing down. You got to slow down, right? Open your mind up to the art of just being. Live one day at a time. Today, right? Yesterday's yesterday's gone. Tomorrow is not promised. Live in today. Thank you, Epi, for the super sticker. Amazing.
Thank you
so much, brother. She says, learning to press pause means listening and assimilating before opening my mouth. I often hear a voice in my head saying what I would have normally voiced out. But in a few seconds, I allow myself to pause. I realize, hey, it doesn't need to be said. Sometimes you're like, I should say this. Just don't even try not to flinch. I know when we have these knee-jerk reactions, our bodies may grimace a little, especially when we're mad. You know, you get the vein that sticks out. But just hold off. Just hold off and see if it even really needs to be said. So she said, here's the manual for operating your internal pause button. Number one, recognize the trigger. Notice when sensations are building up inside of you. Maybe it's your raising heart, right? Oh, crap. All of a sudden, your heart starts pumping. Your pulse in your head. You can feel your head starting to thump. Maybe you get a knot in your stomach, or you get a tightening in your chest. You know, you start feeling these things. Recognize these triggers as signs to activate your internal pause button. As soon as you feel those types of things happen, pause. You're not going to say nothing. You're not going to punch nothing. You're not going to flip nobody off nothing. That kind of stuff. In an argument, notice your ego, right? Your ego rising to defend its position. A simple awareness of the ego is enough to tame it and send it crawling back into its hiding place. Your ego can get you in a lot of trouble, and it's better to be humble than to have that ego with your pride just puking all over everybody. Number 2, press pause. Mentally say it. If you have to, go wait or go pause. Just say it out loud. Make it happen. Number 3, take a deep breath. A quick extra hit of oxygen to your brain helps you compose your thoughts, and it brings you into the present moment. Number 4 is observe. For interactions with people, just hold off and listen. There's no rule that you have to say anything immediately. Notice the thoughts that go on in your mind and simply observe them without attachment. Just, okay, that's what I normally would have said, but I'm just not going to say it this time. And a lot of times you realize I never needed to say any of that stuff. So to curb your impulsive eating or spending, rewind to a goal you've set for yourself around this kind of situation or mantra that you've created. Fast forward to the best possible outcome. We all play that tape through, right? How do you want it to pan out? You could do that in a moment. We're getting into a fight. I'm getting ready to lash out with my usual stuff. I could just pause and be like, hey, if I say that, well, the usual outcome is going to be this and that, and then we're going to be saying sorry. And let's just not say it at all. So again, allow yourself to simply observe the thought that passes through your mind. And then 5, press play. Pause, play. So now that you're ready to act mindfully, you may be thinking, sounds great in theory, but in the heat of the moment, all of that is going to take too long. And it may feel like that at first. And if you're hardwired to react immediately, it's case in reminding yourself that it's okay to wait. Giving yourself an extra few seconds before reacting can make a huge difference. Pressing the pause button gives you a chance to rewind, make good choices, and then press play again to continue in a better way. It puts the power into your own hands and to make decisions to take the control of your life. You gain a deeper relationship and you learn so much more by taking less and listening more.
Hey,
Just because you think it,
Lish.
it doesn't mean you have to say it. What?
I said bye, Lish.
Oh, have a good night, Lish.
And thank you, Jerry. I missed yours.
Who? What did we miss?
The truth.
The truth in the house. What'd he do?
Dropped us.
Oh, brother, thank you so much. Much love. Thank you very much, brother. 100%.
Yes.
And then he kind of did a follow-up question with like, stress management. How do you cope? And so I was looking at stress management. I think being mindful, living in the moment is a huge way to alleviate stress. So I looked up like, what causes stress? And they gave a huge list: being unhappy in your job, having a heavy workload or too much responsibility, working long hours, having poor management, unclear expectations of your work, stuff that you just kind of have to learn to be mindful and take it as you go. Take it one day at a time. And if you're not happy at your job, I want to suggest this: you only live once. Do something to set yourself up where you're going to live. If you need motivation for this, go to a nursing home, go downtown. I heard this from Gary Vee. Go downtown, sit in a nursing home, talk to some 90, 95-year-old men and women in there and ask them what they regret. I'll guarantee you they're not going to regret wishing they would have worked an extra day of overtime. Look at their regrets and the chances and decisions they could have taken but never did, because, man, just get motivated like that. And then there's also the stresses like death of a loved one, divorce, loss of a job, increased financial obligation. And a lot of that stuff we don't have power over. You don't have power over the weather. You don't have power over the traffic. Step 1, if you really hold on to step 1, powerlessness, and understand how powerless we actually really are in a lot of situations, things just slowly roll off your back. And just remember to take it one day at a time, slow down a little bit, and just, enjoy life. We only live once. I know we live every day, but in the scheme of things of eternity, our lives are very short.
I can't remember what these things are called, but I like them.
Chats.
No, these things.
Acronyms.
With the acronyms. Yeah.
Pause. Practice assertive understanding skills every time. Ooh, that's good.
I like the wait too. Why am I talking?
Wait. Why am I talking? I love it. That's good stuff.
That's a good one. Joey says, feels good when you stop popping off on people and you show self-control. It just It's just as much about respecting yourself as well as others.
Oh, dude, 100%. Well said. Well said.
So powerless.
100%, Connie. You know what I'm talking about.
That is true.
All right. Let's see if I can mess up this word 100 times
Peter,
today.
you gave us a thumbs down?
Teeter. Teeter.
Oh, someone. It happens a lot, usually by accident.
I don't care. Thumbs downs are good. Just as long as they hit a button and put interactions on our page, I'm happy. I really need to live one day at a time. I want the stress to roll off my back like a duck in water. Yeah, me too. And life is better. It's actually healthy to live that way. Stress is not good for you. Through research, they found that stress causes cancer and, and it just leads to poor sleep, poor health. And yeah, it's a good thing to go for.
Hey, Teresa. I seen you
Hey,
shared,
Trizzy.
so I'll write you down. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you for the share squad, you guys. So self-scrutiny and vigilance. There are times in recovery when addicts feel and hear the subtle or not so subtle chatter of the addict within themselves. The illness of addiction, as previously stated, is cunning, baffling, and powerful. The addict doesn't simply give up. The addict wants to be heard. You remember when we distinguished the addict from the self, the personality that is taken over because of our addictions through step 1 or stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 of addiction? Stage 1 is when the battle started, but nobody knew. Stage 2, your addict is showing, people are going, something's not right about you anymore. Stage 3, everybody knows. Whether you think they do or not, your life is obviously falling apart around you. The addict is completely taking control. It wins every argument and it is running the show. That is the addict we're talking about. And when you step into recovery, this addict does not back down. It wants to be heard. So it's going to come at you anytime. Like it's been said, while you're in here working recovery, your addict is out there doing push-ups. So its arguments as well are very clever and seductive. And you know what the addict does to you? It causes self-doubt. You start doubting yourself. Ugh. And I've heard, what were we talking about the other day? I want to do this, but you know what the worst 4 words in the human language, in my opinion, at this moment in my life anyway, what would people think? Hey, I'm going to go do this. What would somebody, and inside, what would people think? Oh, I'm going to go do this and try to make better my life. Oh, what would people think? Yeah, screw that. Not to be a jerk, but I don't care about what people think. I obviously do. I'm a human. You say something negative to me, I'm going to feel it and all that kind of stuff. But
you do you.
But do it. Yeah. Throughout recovery, we need help from our sponsor and a support group to monitor the addict within. That's why we get connected fellowship. That's why you get connected with because a lot of times we don't hear or see the addict the way that somebody on the outside could point out to us like, hey, I think that's your addict side talking, and make it clear to you. And that's why we talk. Remember what we talked about in this book here? When you're feeling like that, and I've said it a billion times, and I think it's worth saying every time. If you're in trouble, if you're hurting inside, you need to start talking to people who are not going to accuse, criticize, or minimize. I love that. Minimize. I love the minimizing one, because sometimes you talk to people, I've had this problem. Well, there's people over in a third world country that has it worse. Thanks for nothing. That does nothing, because at this very moment, I feel the pain of this. So in this community, especially in our Discord and private Facebook, we ain't going to minimize. You come with us to with your problems. We're going to help you out. You need to talk about what you're experiencing. It'll help you look at your situation more realistically, and it'll help bring internal symptoms to your conscious awareness. And it's going to give you the support when you need others to rely on. And vent it. Express as much as you can say about what you're thinking and feeling, even if it seems irrational or unfounded. And that's what we're talking about right here when he says, when you need help from a sponsor or a support group to monitor the addict within, they're going to help you when you blurt these out and bring them to the surface. It's going to make it clear, and they're going to help you after, if they have years of experience or even just a second opinion. Somebody sees and says something a certain way that's going to help you understand. Throughout recovery, we need help from our sponsor, like I just said. So the addict will look for other people, objects, or events with which to form a power-centered or a pleasure-centered relationship. The addict within has a substance or an event of choice, prostitutes, food, or anything else, but other forms of power or pleasure will do if the preferred addictive mode can't be had. See, the addict is looking for anything. Like what I've said it a million times, get anything. Okay, all I do is smoke weed and sniff cocaine. I don't drink, but so I've never had a problem with drinking. Then you have a bottle of whiskey up there. You quit smoking weed and you quit doing cocaine. Your addict's going to go, hey, just take a couple shots. It's all good. That wasn't your problem. Anything in a pinch at that point will do, because the addict is looking for other forms of power and pleasure that will do, even if it wasn't preferred, right? For that reason I just stated, addicts need to continuously examine why they chose a particular form of addiction. They also need to scrutinize how they are currently interacting with the world to see if they are doing so in addictive ways. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. What are you doing to scrutinize yourself this way? Are you taking the time to see how you are currently interacting with the world, to see if you're doing so in an addictive way with your relationships at work, your spouse, your kids, your mother, your father, cousins, whatever, the people down at the grocery store? How are you interacting with your world? They, addicts, need to examine their addictive logic, the beliefs, the values, and rituals to see if they are following addictive patterns. We have to stop and analyze ourselves. That's why we take daily inventory. Where are we at in our recovery? By keeping track of their addict and seeing how it works, people in recovery can counteract their addictive impulses. It's a lifelong process, and the better and more prepared you are and the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
I like that. It does get easier. It's funny how practice does that.
Totally in my world, feeling very invisible in my own home for far too long. I feel rejuvenated. I have my whole life in front of me, and I can't wait to start running. I just need to master the crawling first. Yeah, I hear that.
Baby steps.
That's good. It feels good. Go ahead.
Remember, you can make others unhappy doing the right thing at LT. So remember, you can only truly make yourself happy if you're making yourself happy doing the right thing. You're on your way to the best you can be.
100%. Love it. Thank you, brother.
My eyes got real blurry there at the end. I interact with my world as an outsider, just a visitor. I'm floating through my life as if I'm not planning on staying.
Okay.
Why? Just curious. Why do you like antisocial? Like, don't really want to be around people?
And like Des says in here, if you join us on our Discord, we do have a voice chat. Say, hey, I need help. People jump into the voice chat, and it's right face-to-face talking. People around the world.
No isolating.
Oh, yeah. Let's not do that. Let's not isolate. Get involved. Obviously, you're with us, and that's awesome, too. But if there's anybody locally that you trust to talk to, get in touch with them. Try not to isolate. Look for people that you trust.
I like to isolate sometimes too, but I think I'm like partial introvert, and sometimes I just like to do it and then I feel better and then I can go back and like talk to people. Maybe you're that kind of person.
Took a fall and injured my ankle and foot, and it's been convenient reason to isolate. Oh, yeah.
It's excuse.
Bummer to hurt your foot,
Excuse?
though.
Is that what you mean by reason? No excuses.
I want to be happy and I want to be present. Good. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that either, what you're doing. There are things I allow in my life and there are things I do not allow in my life. Just like my father, for example. If you're going to act and be like that, I love you, I support you, but I'm not going to enable you. And if you're going to act like that, I don't want no part of it. You can act like that over there. I'm going to live healthy and happy over here. Exactly. So I think I get what you're saying.
At least you survived this long.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Like, that's something to be very grateful for.
So the authors of the big book, imagine that. Alcoholics understood. The Alcoholics Anonymous, the authors of the big book, Bill W. He understood this need for ongoing self-scrutiny of the addictive process. We feel that elimination of our drinking is but the beginning. Abstinence from drugs and alcohol, and I say this all the time, is yet just the beginning, right, of recovery. They knew that recovery is not only about not acting out, it is also about redirecting the addictive process that develops, grows, and becomes full-blown because of the illness of addiction. If people don't claim and redirect their pleasure-centered or power-centered impulses, they may return to some form of acting out.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Awesome. I love that color of red.
Yeah, that's
Thank you so much.
Color. That was for Cherie. That was the extra 99 cents.
That's awesome. Thank you. They will find other substances. So if people don't claim and redirect their pleasure and power-centered impulses, they may return to some form of acting out. You may not use drugs or alcohol, but you're going to act out in some other way. They will find another substance or event that helps them achieve the trance. Or they may become the dry drunk, right? They have stopped drinking, but they have not surrendered their addictive personalities. These unhappy people treat everyone the same way they did when they were drinking. And you don't want to be that unhappy, miserable person living in your regrets and your resentments. That's not good.
No, that's just miserable. Thank you, Tracy.
Oh, thanks, Tracy.
Super sticker.
So cool.
Hi,
Nicole Sims. Hi, how you doing?
This is Sky's friend.
Oh, really? If you are comfortable as much as you dare and want to, since you're the new person, throw us a little blip about yourself in the chat. We'd love to get to know you.
Teeter says we can auction off a bookmark for super chat.
That's a good idea. I was thinking it's going to happen. The money we make on the super chats, a portion of that is going to buy some lunch, and I'm going to take it down one day a week. I have to figure out my schedule. What's cool is when I moved into here, my schedule is starting to really form itself. So I'm going to get my video shooting days, my video editing days, working with these guys. And then there's going to be a day that I'm going to go travel around and probably take some of the guys from here, and we're going to just go feed some homeless people with what we earn from this.
Mayor's daughter, do you do a 12-step program? I know that seemed to help you a lot with your anger and frustration.
I was very angry.
And we did a whole book series on the 12 steps.
Joe McHugh.
Yeah. So if you go back in the history, it's a good one to go through. Might help you ideas and stuff to battle that anger and frustration.
Yeah, anger. There's something inside you're not letting go of. And I used to be the same way. I got my knuckles broke. That's just from punching walls. My son even noticed. He's like, "Hey, Dad, you don't have road rage anymore."
Yeah.
Because I used to freak out, man. I used to freak out. I would get people to pull over or chase them. I'd chase them around. I was that jerk.
Jeanette says, I've been getting upset with my active user self lately for making my present sober life much harder for progression.
Explain that a little bit more. That's interesting.
Just constantly in your head, like that nagging voice.
Are you talking about your addict?
I think so.
Or are you actually using making my present sober life? Yeah, explain it just a hair better for this brickhead right here.
John. You know what time it is.
They know what time it is.
John knows what time it is. It's almost that time.
It is. It's
it is
dang
that time?
there. Yeah, steps 4 and 5. That's a good one. I actually got to work with Cherie and Obbs and a bunch of other people from Australia a week or so ago, early in the morning, because I was up because of some resentment, some angers, and it was awesome. They just happened. It was a God thing. They just happened to be going through step 4. And so what did I do? I shut my mouth just because I get up here and I read some books. That doesn't mean I know everything. And I just shut my mouth. I listened to OBS and everybody talk. I got my big book out, underlining, writing them down. And I still got that paper, Sheree. So, and then after I talked to you guys, I jumped and I texted my sponsor. I said, hey, this is what's going on. I just got done redoing a step 4. This is what I'm feeling. I can't get rid of these. And then he sent me back this big, long thing. And I worked it out with my sponsor. Then I came to my group that night and we talked about it then. And that's what you call working your program. That's how I get through stuff. So how did I get through the resentments and angers that I was just feeling? One, I was in a Zoom meeting with people in Australia. So if there's no meetings around, is not an excuse. And I listened. I rewrote down my resentments and I took it exactly how the big book lays it out. 2, I called my sponsor. I talked to him and he helped me work it out. 3, I went to a local fellowship. And if you don't have that, you can find one online. And I talked about it out loud to a group of alcoholics and addicts. And that's why I'm happy today, because I didn't chew on it. I spit it out. I verbalized it to a bunch of different people. I wrote it down. And it's how you work your program. You know what I'm saying?
All right, there's a link to the website.
James Joyer. Hey, what's up, PD?
It
Hanging out on
our
YouTube.
Zoom times. If you go to like meetings and then calendar or something. So
still don't have them in pro.
Zooms.
That's okay. You can get through them online. So this is what time it is, y'all.
Hello.
Hey, my recovering addicts.
I love seeing you in live person-ish.
Yay, me too. I like it too, ish. I wish I was there though, but one day I will be there.
Much better.
Yes, and it'll be a big surprise. Hi, Teeter. How are you? So sweet. I miss you guys. Do you like the new studio?
Oh, man, it's amazing. Did you see the tour at all? Did you get a chance to catch that?
I didn't.
Oh, it'll blow you away what this place is.
Yay. Well, you told me about it. You told me the other day, so I know about it, but I haven't seen the visual. No, so I haven't put the two together.
Yeah, I'll have to maybe just get on Skype or something with you and show you.
Awesome. But you did it on tonight's show?
No, I did it this morning while we were live. We just jumped on because we had an open house here and invited a bunch of residential people.
Hi, sweet Millie Mill.
They got to come
I like your hair.
Eddie
Hi,
Cookie.
Linky. What's up, Link Ty?
What's happening?
How are you? You look spiffy today. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you guys? Good?
Doing
What you
awesome.
got on, Millie? Oh, I like your hair, Millie.
The zebra.
I cut her
A
hair,
zebra.
as a matter of fact.
You did not.
I did.
No.
It was down to her butt. She wanted it
did-
to be like mom, so I cut it. I did a good
So
job. What are you talking
You
about?
did that. No, I'm teasing. You did a good job. It runs in the family. Did you do Felice's?
No.
Okay. Come on, Felice. Okay, we're getting off track. Sorry, that's some family catching up we're doing there, guys. Love you. Okay, so here we are, recovering addict, and I'm here with that motivational quote. Okay, this one's a long one, so I wrote it down, so I'm gonna read it to you guys, okay? So be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. And that was from Oprah Winfrey. Ding! Did you hear that? Did that go through? Oh, because I can't hear you guys.
That's my fault. Come back. That's my fault. Come back. Who's fired this time?
Okay.
You're fired.
You guys
Okay.
are all fired.
It was my
I didn't
fault.
get fired
I
this
muted it. When you were talking, I muted it so we wouldn't interrupt you.
So wait, did you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Okay,
just fine.
okay, got you,
Daggum it,
okay.
me again.
It's
He's
all
fired
good.
twice.
It's okay. I'm here. I love you guys so much. All right. Oh, we got to end.
Oh,
What are we gonna do?
Linky wants to say something. Hold on.
Yes, Linky. Oh, yes, Linky.
Like a few weeks ago, I got stitches right here.
You did? Let me see. What happened?
I was cutting an avocado. I went to go cut the seed, and I missed to cut my hand.
Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just got them removed a few days ago.
Very good. Very good. Keeping up. You got to stay healthy, kid.
Yeah.
You need all fingers and toes. Okay, do it with me too, Linky. Come on. Everybody, we're going to put it together and we're going to continue to spread that love.
Spread it.
Mwah, mwah. I love you guys so
All right,
much.
love you guys.
Love you.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
That's good stuff.
Oh, they love you, Cassie.
Well, all right, here's the SPAC story. And some of you have heard this, right? So you guys know he got his head crushed bad 3 years ago. Bad. Like he died, and through a miracle, he survived. But he's been accident prone. And every single year since he chipped his tooth when he was like 2, chipped his tooth, ripped his fingernail off the next year. The next year, I think he broke his arm, collarbone,
arm,
leg,
collarbone,
collarbone, and then
head,
crushed his head.
collarbone again.
And now he got stitches. So he totally broke his health streak.
We went a good 3 years, so
Yeah, he went 3 years without getting hurt.
dang avocado knife.
It was a sharp knife.
Millie did a great job sharpening those. You're adopted, Sheree. It's
Heck
official.
yeah, we can adopt you. You're in.
Come
You
on
are
down once you're out of quarantine.
in. All right. So to recover from the illness of addiction, addicts, listen to this. Okay, everybody, back to recovery. Okay. Let's rein it back in. Let's bring our heads back to recovery. To recover from the illness of addiction, addicts must not only break off their relationship with addictive substances or events, they must also come to know the addictive process that takes place within them and take the necessary steps to transform their addictive attitudes, beliefs, values, and behaviors. Think about this, and I want you all to think about it. Well,
I was laughing at Angelo. He hates avocados.
oh yeah. I want y'all to think about this. How well do you understand the addictive process in your own mind? How well do you understand the addictive process that takes place within you? Meditate on that tonight. Do I understand the addictive process that is within me?
Do you?
So they learn to pay attention. We have to pay attention when we stop attending meetings, going less often, or find excuses not to go, when we start backing out of our recovery, when they replace slogans and principles, when you stop thinking positive thoughts and you start replacing them with negative thoughts. If you stop saying, God grant me the serenity, or one day at a time, or hey, this too shall pass, or hey, calling a friend, and then you just start dwelling on negative thoughts. That's not a good thing. Or if you become secretive about your thoughts or your feelings and your behaviors, and you cut themselves off and you cut yourselves off, right, from the natural helping and healing process of the loving relationships, they realize they are acting in an addictive manner again. So if you stop living in recovery and you start heading down that, remember what I said, nature abhors a vacuum. You start getting sucked back into your old ways of thinking, negative thinking, emotional thinking, isolation, stop working your program, you're on the road to relapse. Be very careful. Do you recognize these things in you? And also, we have a challenge coming up next Tuesday. We are memorizing the 12 steps, right? I'm going to read them just so we can all refresh it together.
I like it.
And I'm going to do the AA ones.
And Angelo, never. Avocados are the best.
Step 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. Step 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Are you saying these out loud, saying them with me? Step 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Step 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Step 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. Step 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Step 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Step 10, continued to take personal inventory. When we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Step 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for the knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. And step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Could y'all say that with me? Because next Tuesday, I'm going to recite them without looking, and I'm going to drop the link to allow you to come on here and recite the 12 steps with us. So I hope you participate. It would be a lot more fun if y'all jump in and participate.
That would be way cool.
And so Sunday, when we get back into this book, we are going to go looking at honesty and recovery, defining abstinence and recovery, because a lot of people are like, you got to be completely abstinent from, what does that mean? What does it mean to be abstinence and recovery? That's one to think about. We're going to get into that. We're going to look at some guilt and shame in recovery, responsibility and making amends in recovery. This is going to be good, man. Rituals, recovery in the world. The rest of this book's just going to be phenomenal. And then we're going to end up on part 4 of this book on page 105 called Family and Addiction. Go through some of the family stuff. So this book, if you guys want any of these books, the links are in the description to these videos. Just click right there, buy yourself one, and study this stuff, man. The more you know, the better off you are. And then when you go to the AA meeting, you're going to hear people talking, and all of a sudden something's going to click about all this stuff we've been talking about, these books we've been reading, and you're going to be able to say the stuff that's really profound that people need to hear. And that's just another good thing. Thanks, Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mayor's daughter, sorry about your dad. Is that where your resentments are? I've heard some people say that when they have resentments towards somebody who's not here anymore, that a letter, sometimes if you write them a letter. Yeah,
if you write that, I've seen it happen in my IOPs. Say somebody passed away. We had actually a girl in our IOP she had resentment towards, and they OD'd, and they weren't there, and they're no longer with us. But the counselor had her write a letter, and then she came to group and read this letter out, emotional letter. I mean, she didn't just read it. I mean, she bawled her way through it. And then we all supported her and talked to her about it and let her just vent it out. And just by doing that, I mean, that's the best you could do. And it helped her a ton just to get over it and move on. It's about working and processing and getting over and moving on. You have to tackle them. If you don't tackle them, it's always going to be a free rented space in your head for whatever's going on in there. And you don't want that in your life.
Yes.
It's not healthy.
Big Hump has a question for you.
I just don't vape in here, but I still got it, Big.
Merc was wondering the same thing.
Good question. I'm cutting back for one. And I'm on a fitness. I'm in the health side of things now. I've changed my diet. I've cut out a lot of sugar. I'm going to be cutting that out as well, because when I get to working out, I can't breathe that good.
Good on you. Workouts will do that.
Yeah. Yep, brother.
Teeter's over here auctioning off bookmarks.
Bookmarks.
Does he hear $4?
Do I hear $4? Teeter, you're funny. I write them down once a day, huh? Oh, that's how you do it. I'll bet you already got them memorized. Steve, you want to jump on here right now and say them out loud? I'll drop a link. You just let me know. All right, let's go into where'd I put my phone? I found it.
It's gone.
I find it. Just for today. Difficult people. Ooh, this is a good one. August 13, 2020, just for today. By giving unconditional love, we become more loving. And by sharing spiritual growth, we become more spiritual. That's in the basic text, page 103. Most of us have one or two exceptionally difficult people in our lives.
Angelo.
Boy,
Just
can I
kidding.
just think of a couple right now.
He's my big brother. I get to tease him.
I had to write down 3 resentments because of that very phrase right there. So first thing we do, we take our inventory, our own inventory. Have we wronged this person? Has some action or attitude of ours served as an invitation? Well, Man, I can't read that. Invitation for the kind of treatment they have given us. If so, we will want to clear the air, admit we have been wrong, and ask our higher power to remove whatever defects may prevent us from being helpful and constructive. Next, as people seeking to live spiritually oriented life, we approach the problem from the other person's point of view. They may be faced with any number of challenges we either fail to consider or know nothing about, challenges that cause them to be unpleasant. As it is said, we seek in recovery to forgive rather than to be forgiven, to understand rather than to be understood. Finally, if it isn't within our power, we seek ways to help others overcome their challenges without injuring their dignity. We pray for their well-being and spiritual growth, for the ability to offer them unconditional love that has meant so much to us in our recovery. We cannot change the difficult people in our lives, nor can we please everyone. But by applying the spiritual principles we learned in NA, we can learn to love them. So just for today, higher power, help me serve other people, not demand that they serve me. That's a really good one.
Amen. And no. Hi, Maverick. Glad you're here.
Quit avocados. Hashtag quit avocados.
No.
Maverick, what's up, brother? Yeah, good to see you, bro.
Glad you're here. Thanks. I think he's awesome. Joe says, I think the most difficult person in my life is me.
That could be true, but I can at least tolerate myself. I got some difficult people I can't even be in the same room with. The way that I see, I'm getting into negative thinking now, but I'd rather light my face on fire and put it out with a hammer kind of thing.
There's the real LT.
There's me. Hello.
There he is.
Oh, jeez.
That's funny. Hey, Petey, aka James. Welcome to the YouTube side,
Yo, James Joyner, Mr. Petey.
buddy. He's a good point.
So, Petey, we were doing the inventory and I was going through the shirts and I was like, where's this Petey size? And Felice had to refinagle some things to make sure that we can get you a shirt.
We're getting some Petey sizes.
We're getting a Petey size
A few
shirt.
of them. So anybody else out there that's Petey size? I think there was somebody else. Is it Desmond? No.
Aubrey.
Aubrey?
Is Aubrey in the house?
Aubrey lost weight. He fits in his shirt now.
No, he doesn't. It's hanging on his wall.
Dang it. He's on his way. That's his goal. Goals. Hashtag goals.
Where's John? Dang it. Did I lose it?
John.
There it is.
Not even yet.
Not even gonna do it. Dude, you're way late.
John beat you, Leaky. What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just gonna let it roll.
That's how you live
Just let it roll.
in the moment right there.
Thank you, everybody. All right. Anyway,
Positivity.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Another thing, dear Lord, I would like, while our eyes are still closed, their heads are bowed, I would like to pray for the suffering that I've got there, for everybody to get sober and stay sober, dear Lord. In Jesus' precious name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Everybody.
And everybody that supported us through the super chats tonight, thank you so much. Cool things are going to come about because of that. I got some cool plans coming. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for hitting that like button on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you for doing the shares. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for helping my recovery.
And before he quits, I need to shout out Raina. 8 years.
8
Get
years
it,
to Raina.
But Raina
Yes.
has 8 years if you're still here, if you didn't fall asleep and your computer's still on. Love you, Raina.
Yep.
I'll try and get L2 to sing for you.
I'll sing. I ain't scared.
But yeah, we gotta give us a request.
Okay, so Sunday night we got a special guest is Into the Rock. I don't know, M to the Rock. You've probably seen him on YouTube. He's got podcasts. Really energetic dude. It's going to bring us a good message on Sunday night. So make sure that you guys write that down. M to the Rock, special guest Sunday night. And we will be back Sunday night. I will see you guys then. And I may, because now I'm in the studio involved in this, be appearing live on here just to say what's up quite often now. Like I said, I'm going to probably go buy some lunches one day a week and take them down to the homeless. So just keep your eye on us. We are going to continue to spread that love. Until then, till Sunday night, y'all, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your programs, and remember, we recover better together.